Ladies and gentlemen, children of the interwebs out there, Sebastian Envy, strong style, cinephile, and Transformers won. Not like literally won, like a fight or something like that, although you can kind of say that maybe they did, that they won the day as a whole today, because number one, second trailer for Rise of the Beast dropped and gave us some eye candy, some sexy visuals about from the film to entice us, to hype us up to go see it when it comes out. I'm on board, think it's gonna be cool, I wanna go see it. And then we got news that Transformers 1 is going to be the title of the prequel animated film that is coming out soon. Now, we've heard rumors of this for a couple years now. Things kind of cooled, kind of wondering where it was, but Josh Cooley, who is a Toy Story veteran, is going to be developing this. It's going to tell the story of early days of Cybertron and the conflict that ultimately drove the friends that were Optimus Prime and Megatron apart into different factions, and the Cybertronians into war as a whole. That brings us to, you know, today, and the battle between the Autobots and the Decepticons. Because when Transformers first dropped in like early 80s, it was just Autobots are good, Decepticons are evil, fight. And then I think it was, I don't know if it was Marvel that did it in their comics, or it was more IDW when they got a hold of it and started doing more prequel-y kind of stuff to kind of to flesh out that sort of the reasons, the origins of the actual conflict itself, and that Megatron, gladiator from the pits, sees the society as a very classist society. You have a bunch of Cybertronians who don't, I guess, mesh well, belong in the upper class, and they want a voice, they want a say in how they live, how they govern, and that sort of thing. So his intentions, his original intentions, are not all that bad. Kind of altruistic. If you look at it, he's just kind of evil dude that went about it in evil ways and waging war. So we'll see the kind of origins of that. Now, the voice cast that they have for the film includes Chris Hemsworth, who's going to be a young Optimus Prime. You have Scarlett Johansson, who's going to be Elita 1. Got Keegan Michael-Key as Bumblebee, Jon Hamm as Sentinel Prime, Laurence Fishburne as Alpha Trion. You have Brian Tyree Henry, who's going to be Megatron. So you got a top-tier voice cast for this. I'm curious as to how this is going to turn out. What I'm most curious about is the art, the visual art animation style. Is it going to be, because this dude comes from like Toy Story, is it going to be that sort of Pixar-y type of stuff? Is it going to look in the vein of the current Earthspark series that's on Paramount? Or is it going to be CG done up like we saw in the Bumblebee movie? That's what I really, really want. I don't know how costly that is, or taxing, or whatever, but I want like that style. For a feature film like this, where even that Bonaventure, however you say his name, is thinking that the story could carry out maybe over a trilogy, and I don't know whether or not it actually can, or that's just, you know, Transformers is a franchise, so you have to immediately think whether it needs it or not, warrants it or not. You have to immediately think trilogy and 3 movies, etc., etc. But he was thinking like 3 movies, trilogy or whatever. So they want this to be like a new blockbuster type thing. So I'm thinking, hoping that they wouldn't exactly just do the Earthspark type of animation art style for this. I mean, they might. I really hope they don't. I want the art style that we got in the first 5 minutes of the Bumblebee movie, because that is like the best live action Transformers we have ever gotten. Just that little battle and just what it was, and just that's what we need for a whole movie. Just give me a whole movie of that style. But it remains to be seen how it all shakes out. The news is just dropping. Like I said, top tier voice cast. We know it's gonna be called Transformers 1. It's a prequel. So yeah, I'm here for it. I'm definitely curious about how it's gonna come out. I like the idea of Hemsworth as Prime. Wonder if we're gonna, again, go with the whole like lips and battle mask Prime thing that Michael Bay just has cursed us with for the rest of our freaking lives. But I don't know. Anyway, those are some of my thoughts on it, scattered as they often are. What do you guys out there think? Let me know in the comments below. Follow me on social media. Talk to me there. Talk to me here. Till next time, of course, let us geek.